Olusola-Obasa. This is the show that will never leave you the same way. And by that, I mean that this show will always leave you better than it met you. It's been a beautiful week, and I hope that you have had absolutely amazing time working, schooling, or holidaying, depending on what's been happening to you. It's August, and this is the time when everyone takes family away to just go and chill somewhere in the Obodo. No, it's not Obodo. In the abroad. Obodo is here, in the abroad. Okay, so where they go to chill, have some fresh air. I'm not saying that the air here is choking, no, please, but I'm just saying, where you can catch some fresh air. And like I always say to my friends and families when they travel, I'm like, put plenty of those fresh air inside a bottle or a container, so when you get here, you can still, as if that was possible. But that's on a light note. I want to welcome everyone to the show. If you're joining us live, or perhaps going to catch up with this at a later time, you are with us and you'd like to know how you can ask your other friends to join. If you're joining on Facebook, I'm sure you're either on Mind Your Character Facebook page, or you are joining us via YouTube, Mind Your Character on YouTube. Please share that link so other people who are value oriented like you can join in. This never leaves you the same way because it always adds value to you. Mind Your Character is a show that has been on radio, specifically Inspiration FM, for 5 years, and we're glad to have transitioned online where everybody lives. You know, we are all internet, either migrants or descendants proper. Whichever one you are, it's good time to say welcome to you. And I'm not alone at all today. I have, let me call them Timber, Caliber, Iroko, and Mahogany. Pick just whoever among them looks like each of those would just dash them one. Okay, so my immediate right hand side, I have Victor Amechi. I try to call it in Oyibo, Amechi. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you very much, man. It's nice to be on the show.
Yes, I'm excited to have you, and you soon find out why Victor is on this seat today. He's here to add value, as we all are. And next after Victor is Dorcas Adejoro. You know her face, you know her voice, whether on radio or here. How are you today, Dorcas? And how does it feel to be here?
I'm excited. Yes, it's August, so yes, it's excitement all over my body.
Then, aside the showbiz that we all do for TV, where we are supposed to look like everything is fine, Dorcas is actually having a very heavy one because she's hosting a massive event. Like, she's practically hosting the event and we are all joining her. She's answering the questions for everything that goes well. Nothing will go wrong, amen. Okay, so she's answering the questions for everything that will go well and go right with the National Character Parenting Summit. We can't wait, it's August, and August means NCPS.
Yes.
August 1st, I went telling people that welcome to NCPS month. That's the simplest way to put it. NCPS is a massive platform, and it's a joy to have Dorcas coordinate as the director of planning for this year. This will, give it up for her doing this. Okay. Okay, so with every glam comes the other side.
Yes.
So when you feel the heat, know that there are times to feel the coolness too. So I hope it felt good to have us clap for you. Alright, so up next then, after Dorcas, is Tomovic. The beach or Vic?
You got it. Yes. Oh, I'm so impressed.
That sounds like a football coach's name.
Ibrahimovic.
Yes. So, but it's not from that side of the country. It's actually from
The trenches.
So,
Yeah.
tell me why
Yeah.
Olusola there for you. Tell me, how does it feel to be here?
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. Second time, you know, same feeling, same adrenaline. Back.
Okay, so you're about to have value communicated to you on this show. You trust that your time with us on this show is never wasted.
Yeah.
Never ever wasted. We'll get the ball rolling now. We don't have character, or lens for you today. We don't have that for you today. We trust to bring that when we see you next Friday. Howbeit, we have the main chat, and we'll be going on to it as soon as possible. Today we are looking at, in fact, the entire August, we have decided to review what to expect at the National Character Parenting Summit, which holds every year in August. An initiative where we allow people form a caucus or a platform where you're supposed to come as parents, teachers, teachers and educators the same, regulators of the education industry, the high and mighties, career parents, and then the youngsters themselves of all age groups. We also have children from primary, secondary, and even the varsity representation, all classes of people. What are we all gathered to do or to say? To talk about character parenting. Character parenting, I must let you know, is an important part of parenting. I call it that dose that must make your job complete as a parent. What does it involve? It involves serving a curriculum or a model of values and character to your parents, doing it intentionally. So you can have children who have been well groomed in other aspects of parenting, who might have nothing for character. They just feel that, what's the big deal? But see, the intentionality there means that they can tell when you taught them honesty. Back in the days, I love the fact that we're going to talk about baby boomers today. Because not just them, we're looking at all generations. But if I must kickstart this conversation, I know that baby boomers, they talked less, they acted more, they assumed a lot, they are teaching you honesty, but they are not calling it by its name. So you had a generation where your father or your mother says, when I give you, let me give my daddy's example here now. When my daddy gives you money to go get something, and even if it's 5 naira, bad as the change, the balance from it is 5 naira or even less, no matter what, my dad will get so angry that you did not come back immediately and present the 5 naira. It's either you are playing delayed game with the 5 naira, or your mind told you that these are small change now, if you keep them. Like you told yourself, the moment you come back, my dad will be watching, and then the moment he notices, this guy no one give me this change, the rate is going to be angry. You are going to wonder that, is it the weight of the money, or what is this issue? And then he will go like, no, this is wrong. I remember him doing that a number of times. What was he trying to do? Trying to teach us to be straightforward, trying to teach us to be accountable. So that was accountability. There should be a reporting back when someone asks you to do something. So some people didn't learn that enough. So when they became wives, their husbands would give them money to buy something. And what they exchange, or they bargained very well in the market and they got it for lesser price. They'll just keep quiet. I'm like, it was my brain that I used. Brain work. So, and that can take that kind of a person to office. You will not know the difference, because for you, it's the same game and it's taking you everywhere. So today, I just told you something about baby boomers. You hear more, but give it to them. Baby boomers were people who loved, just like that story many of them kind of love to be straightforward. Not all, though. Yeah. Every generation has its own bad and good side. But it seemed like many of them. I remember Dr. Olumide Emmanuel saying in a church, he was taking a class. And then he went, when we were young, my dad was a customs officer. And then he seated there in the church, and you know the way camera would just go and shoot somebody. And he said something like, hey, so all of us were growing. All of my daddy's contemporaries, they have cars, they have houses, they have this. My daddy was doing integrity. That day they were suffering, and his daddy was doing integrity. And then he said that then he wasn't born again. At the point, just like, can you just steal this money and let us have life? Like, let us. Everybody now.
Let us relax and take it.
And he said he wasn't saved then, but that today, People call him Mr. Integrity, that it started from there. That a lot of people will not understand how it got there, but it started from there. Baby boomers averagely, it will seem like all of them have a script that says be straightforward, don't bend, do it right, and the rest of them. What is peculiar about Gen Zs? What is peculiar about millennials? What's peculiar about Gen X? You're going to find out soon. Why are we talking about them? Because today we are looking at the idea that people are saying full integrity help. Like, that was baby boomers. My daddy suffered because it was time to be a man of integrity. We could not have house. We lived in rented apartments. Till I was going to get married. What else can be bad? We didn't have enough food to eat. Like, we were suffering and smiling, kind of. And here we are. So the Gen X says something like, I'm going to try and do something better than my dad did. And give it to some Gen X. Again, some they began to wise up. And from there was more emphasis on, I want to go and have my child abroad. I remember traveling to Dublin and coming back to find out that I had taken him without knowing before I traveled. I even thought it was the things I ate there, and thank God I wasn't too adventurous with food. I'm grateful. But if I was, I would have first blamed myself that I didn't want you. Why you did chop and so all these eat oysters and all that. I just kept my lane. I was eating burger, whatever I knew, whatever I didn't know, I did not touch. As the tall guy was saying, oh, it's interesting, it's good. You just like, oh, thank you. So guess what I was doing? I was snapping the food. As I got my own excitement from just snap as they are eating, my guys were eating. I'm like, guys, well done. So when I got back and found out that I was feeling funny, I'm like, at least I know I didn't eat anything wrong. Don't need to find out I was pregnant. And then this my editor says, Obasa, you came back quite early, so I'm sure you still have, go back to Dublin and give out your baby. So that was the orientation that began a large scale from Gen X, my own generation. So majority, there was some bit of it for baby boomers, but it took a notch higher. But ask me what the rate is with millennials. You don't want to know. Now ask me Gen Zs. As in, what is it looking like? If even their parents are not waiting, as in, even parents, they're like, hello, my shit. All of them will go. There is nothing they are doing here. Like, so I hope we will not have a Nigeria where there is no young person anymore. Well, I fear. So, who integrity help? We're leaving it at integrity today. We'll talk about more things. So yes, there have been difference in how values have been communicated. They have been different. It's the first show, so I decided to do the very, so you know what to look forward to. Join us for every other show because we'll only build up on that, on what you've done. So we begin with a quote that says, integrity lies in doing what one speaks, speaking what one does. Integrity lies in doing what one speaks and speaking what one does. So that unison between what you say and what you do is the general definition of integrity. Let me tell you, tell us what. So, I don't want to mix it up. Tomiwa is going to tell us what's important, how Gen Zs relate with the word integrity. the word and the action integrity. Okay, so I have Dorcas and Victor tell us about how that word relates millennials, and then I'll do the next, understandably, right? Okay, so but before that, let me say that integrity, in the context that we're looking at it today, in ethics, integrity is regarded as the honesty and truthfulness or accuracy of one's action. So there's a lot that we can talk about. We don't want to delve into it, but we need to have a picture. So how important today is it for people to be honest? Your father was honest and he suffered for being honest. I tell you, that's the reason why a lot of younger people will not want to do it. And it looks like if you are good, you are wrong. How true is that? And then truthfulness. If being truthful put you into trouble, would you rather lie? And then accuracy of your action. So everything coming together. This is mind your character, and that's why this conversation is important to us. Additionally, because we are hosting a National Character Parenting Summit this month of August, precisely Saturday, 27th of August 2022, and the time 11 a.m. You want to know the venue already? 39th place. Very popular place in the emerging Lagos, Akomojo, and Imasha. We can't wait to have you. Yes. So once you are catching up with this video, just write the address down or call us 081 061 20819. I think I'm gonna shout it just now. Yeah. So just drop it there and we would hit it right back. Of course, we have publicity items already flowing everywhere online. Time to go to, where should we start?
This is from Jay-Z.
Why now?
Oh, we should go down first. Sorry,
Up! We should go up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this spiritual video.
It's unfair actually.
They say move back.
We'll
You
get
say in my
there.
life I will not move back. I'm moving forward.
We'll get there.
Somebody went to sorry, let me do this. They went for an interview. My daughter was interview to a military school, Air Force precisely. And then they were on a queue. And the soldier came and said, move back. Was given an instruction to move back. And I will not call the name of the church. So one very spiritual parent in the midst said, sir, we will not move back in Jesus' name. Move forward. I'm like, come on, this is just semantics now. Anyway, so let me do Gen X. What's important to Gen X as far as integrity is concerned? I mentioned a few. They verify before they trust. Yes, the reason is because their fathers trusted before verifying and got into trouble. Everything is based on precedence. Many of the reviews technology affects, yes. So technology has its own role that it has played in changing generational views and perspectives. But experience has played a huge role. Precedence. What happened to my papa will not happen to me. So we're trying to. So yes, to the Gen X, it's important to verify before you trust, because you've seen people get into trouble trusting without verifying. This affects a lot too, whether it's marriage, whether it's business, whether it's even friendship, like regular friendship. And then they are hardly part of the herd mentality, which I take to be bandwagon effect. Everybody wants to be sure, so you can decide to go solo if you find out that following the crowd is not going to work for you. So I'll stop there. Baby boomers, maybe just to add to what I said before, trustworthiness matters to them. Yes, maybe their generation who trusted a lot without checking, and maybe they had reasons not to check, because the average person was human. The average person think of you before they take a decision, but now man is eating man. All right, we go to millennials. Who is going first?
I'll go first. I'll take the first one. So, millennial.
Proud.
Yes. I know where you're looking at me. Last week I said. So please focus on me, please. Millennials, yes, their integrity is influenced by spirituality and culture. And they rely less on social media.
Chai. Why do I feel like contesting?
And they rely less on social media. I also had to think about it when I saw it, like, rely less on social media. Is that really true? But I think that I agree with the spirituality part and also the culture part. The culture is really okay. So the way people live currently definitely is rubbing off on people that have grown past it. It's because you are the one representing them. So people that have grown past that stage, that level, they've crossed into the millennial age. Well, that's
Like I'm not even sure of your people.
So yes, we rely less on social media because not everything you see online now is real. I think that sensitization started with millennial again, so to say. So yes, they rely less on social media.
But the funny thing is, I believe this is the idea that they were the first set of internet natives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how come they are relying less on social media, which is a byproduct of the internet?
I think one of the reasons they rely less on social media is because a lot of millennials, while they were young, grew up without having social media. Not like
Okay.
Gen Zs that have it now. For example, I know Donald has a lot of social media paparazzi around him.
Yes.
Because he grew up being very familiar with having social media around, having social gadgets like that that influencing social media for you.
So for millennials, you didn't get your first headset too fast.
No.
I saw that. I saw that conversation. I was like, oh, where did it come from? Sign down.
Oh my
Sign.
God.
I don't think not many millennials had their first gadgets linked to social media. Even if you did have, most of the phones available then were Nokia 3310.
Did this have something to do with the joke?
Population.
No, I'm talking about country.
Internationally,
Yes.
Oh.
not so much.
Oh.
Not so much. And another reason why they don't rely so much on social media was because they had, she mentioned culture, and one of the basic foundation for culture is family. So
Okay.
there's so much time to go with family and the rest of them. Not
I'm sure they are training Gen X when
Yes.
they are training.
so there
Gen
was-
X had more. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was so much time to live with family, and the impact of the previous generation rubbed off on them. Not like now, not like during the time
Yes.
of Gen Zs where everybody has their rooms, and even if you don't have your room, for example, you could be in a family setting, no shades, and everybody could just be on their phones pressing their
I wonder how I'm
It's
going to
true.
protect Gen Zs now. All this backlash is hitting me
But
left and right.
for the millennials, you didn't have a phone, and even if you did have a phone, you needed to be part of the family. You needed to be part of what was happening in the family. You needed to take part in conversations. You, I believe there were times set out for family to have conversations, and at that point in time, because there was no phone, there was no go to your room, I'll lock you inside. And people leave their notes inside. You still have your phone. Yes, and so there was so
Look
much.
like the dinner together thing started feeling out of space.
So there was so much of an
Except for
impact
people
on-
who are still trying to hold on to
Yeah.
it.
So-
Plenty struggle, of course.
So the millennials had the impact of the previous generation rubbed off on them so much, and it also rubbed off on how they saw integrity. Because of course they had access to their parents, had access to people around them, easily, and they knew what integrity looked like. So I think that's
Okay, please may I ask a question before Tonywa comes in?
How come?
My headache right here is if millennials had a lot of influence big on them from Gen X, baby boomers, who failed to pass it on to Gen Z?
Gen X.
Still Gen X.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
It is my time.
Your turn, yeah.
Okay, so talking from perspective of from Gen Z. Now, I wouldn't say it's everyone in the Gen X that failed. It's not. Some parents actually failed. Alright, some parents actually failed. Why? Some actually did it rightly, but most times, like where our parents would say is, they teach you, you also have to teach yourself. Alright, they taught you, you also have to teach yourself. So if you don't teach yourself, basically you failed your own self. Alright, so about life basically, just basically on you. So let's just say now, after all the old do this, do that, do this, do that, all the old lessons and all, from there you feel to like, take it in. Like, you know what I mean when I say take it in, you get digest it and you behave the opposite of what you're being taught. The fault is not on your parents, actually the fault is on you. Yeah. But the society is gonna blame the parents, obviously.
yeah.
But not knowing the mistake is from you. So anyways, we Gen Zs pretty much love social media. obviously, we love social media. We want to trend, want to be popular. But come to think of it, actually, lately I see more millennials trending.
Tell us about it, Jerry.
Why are more millennials trending?
Why are more millennials trending? I don't want to mention
You
names,
don't have to
but
answer.
I don't want to mention names actually, but come to think of it, you guys, everyone is on social media, and the people that are trending basically you see their ages, where the millennial sets.
How you
Obviously, you pointed at me, when so I'll point back. So it's
Oh my
you know
goodness.
Pointing the
the millennials, they are the one trending right now. Basically, you can't see Gen Z's trending the same way the millennials are basically trending because yes.
Will I agree to that point?
Should we check it? No, after the show we'll check it.
Yes.
Alright.
Give you reports next Friday.
Anyways, practicing what you teach is very important to us.
Yeah.
Very, very important because
They'll be the ones to scream at
God,
you.
you said it, mommy. Daddy, mommy, you said
We
it.
drag you, eh?
So like Pastor Lumi, the example you gave, when Pastor Lumi was saying
Yes.
about his dad and all. So imagine his dad now doing something different, but daddy, you said this and said that. It's very important to preach what you tell us because if you don't, obviously we're going to put the blame on you. I'm going to say that it was you that actually failed to teach us. You get. So we also rate social media presence in view of our intent. Social media is very important in our lives, seriously. Very, very important. Because without
The more the followers, the more they can trust.
exactly.
And the more the followers, the more they will drag you.
when the chips are
Yes,
down.
when the chips are down.
That's our life is speechless.
Very speechless actually. Very speechless. I wanted to say something, but okay. This social media thing, I feel it's the Gen X that basically because of communication. Like you need to know where your child is. It's like okay, Tomua, where are you? Or Victor, where are you? So obviously you're the one that gave us the gadgets. for communication.
Initially there was the gadgets that were not internet anymore.
But we needed music to like vibe now, not ringing tone to vibe. But then you guys were the one that actually brought us into the gadget world. But I know your friend actually who actually grew up without a phone. In fact, his dad didn't get him a phone throughout his whole life. He was the one that got his first phone by himself.
What do you mean throughout his whole
Throughout
life?
his
but
Oh, while he was growing.
But still, that does not affect the fact that he's on social media and he's making it.
When did you buy his first
He bought his first phone at the age of 14.
phone? When did I get my first phone?
Why did you get your first phone?
I got my first phone.
Imagine,
when
can
I
you
was-
imagine a Gen Z
It's
saying
a
you're 14
Who bought
is
the
long?
phone?
Late.
Who bought
It
the
was
phone?
even a birthday gift. My friends didn't buy a phone for me. Yes.
You got phone at 14 and you
Uh-uh.
I
say
said
it's
it's late.
It's really late now. I'm 14.
14.
I got my first phone at the age of 6.
Wow.
hello. I got my first phone. Should I tell you? Did I shock you now?
I got phone.
I got my phone when I started working.
Ah,
Yes. Yes. I got it at I think 22.
that's too late. Seriously, I don't think I can. Because to me, it's more or less like rapture is happening.
I got my phone at 22.
Wow.
Apart from the fact that yes, here in Nigeria, the handset, as we call it, didn't come in until about that
How
time.
did you?
We lived now,
Abi.
and I remember we lived well.
Well.
We lived well, we communicated, we reached whoever wanted to
Then
reach.
why are you guys now using phones?
Because change is the only permanent.
See them, they are changing it.
No, I'm just saying it's a permanent way.
We move.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Interesting. So what we just did is to look at the various perspectives from which each generation will seem to see integrity. So today the question is Gen Z. Integrity don't help you. Like, has it helped you? Do you feel like being a person of integrity? Are you committed to being a person of integrity just because it paid off? It paid off. We have a few comments. I'll take them, and then we'll take. We'll try to summarize all that we've learned today, and we'll ring it more to you. NCPS
Yes,
is just 2 weeks Looking like 2 weeks now.
Yes,
Yeah.
2 weeks
Ah,
and 2
Gee,
days.
can wait.
2 short weeks.
22 days.
So one of the biggest so far. Okay, so I'll take some of the comments. And many of them are hi. Sope Olua William says hi. Thank you.
Hi.
And then Oluwakemi Aromole. Aromole. You can't say that. Okay. And a few other people are sending us smileys and a wave at NCPS. And who else I have here? Gifted. Gifted as what's this upside down song? Ah! Let me shock you. Do you know that? You shouldn't be shocked now. Let me say it, Sha.
Okay.
There are times though, when I'm done typing, I feel like using a particular smiley.
I know what you
I don't like,
say.
Sha, please come, oh. Is this one appropriate for this? She'll be like, yeah. Or so, no. So recently, my oldest daughter was chatting with me, and I sent her a particular thing that the me I know is a smile. And then she went, don't be using this emoji now. It's the emoji is saying fake smile. I'm like, smile is smile, oh. I say last is smile. She just said, okay, oh.
I already know what the emoji is.
So you already know, Abby.
No.
You just said that is a fake smile. I'm like, well, all me I know is I'm smiling. Then Patrick Angel says, okay, what did I miss? A lot.
A lot.
A lot. And then okay, I guess that's much that we have. Oh, Tolulope Isade at Tomiwa. What were you doing with a phone at 6? Is that was asked?
Like I said, my first phone was,
6.
Exactly. I know it was all those.
Even when I eventually had to buy a phone early for my children, it was just for them to communicate. So I got, it wasn't Android anything. It was touchlight phone. Why?
Okay.
This is just to help you call. So I can call you and
It's good
say,
for communication, yeah.
Abi.
But then, okay,
So maybe the internet is even the issue now, not just
okay.
Yes.
While growing up, I got to learn that video games are very good for our brain. Alright, because it helps you,
I hope my son is not watching.
Oh my god.
it's definitely watching. Video games are actually very good. It helps. Actually, it helped me. It helped me.
It's what did he do for you?
Okay, in thinking very fast, and solving puzzles. Yeah, it really helped me. Okay, now I'm actually very good at mathematics, very good at physics, very good at chemistry, all thanks to video games. And now
Calming down.
Video games.
down.
and now
Just video games.
video games actually very helps you in thinking very fast.
Wow.
So like doing things quickly.
Temi must not see this.
Maybe you must see this actually. But okay, that question doesn't actually relate. But getting a phone at the age of 6 was due to communication. I had to like communicate with my parents. I was visiting with my grandma, so I want to communicate with my mommy and my daddy.
So, I have plenty questions. So you do with your grandma. I mean, living with your grandma.
Yes.
How do you communicate with her? Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Is she a funky grandma?
Exactly.
Like, is she an elitist
She
grandma?
is my at that my age. My grandma was basically at the age of 40.
Oh, okay.
So she was
It's
really
not the
young.
grandma.
Exactly. So she was this, oh, I'm very funky. You understand? She knew the vibes and all what was going on in town. Wow. So I was able to relate. So that's why.
I imagine some grandma will say, right? She's like, what did you just say? Interesting.
Yeah.
So this NCPS is going to be loud.
Yes.
It's gonna be leaked.
Because we want to see how all of us have come to see things differently. But should that difference break us up? Or is there a way it should link us up? So we will be seeing that at NCPS. What are the benefits of integrity? Just so we don't leave you hanging.
Yeah.
We'd like to submit that integrity is still a thing to treasure across generations. It has plenty of benefits. One, it helps you be a reliable person. People can rely on you when you have a person of integrity. What do you mean by reliance? Trust. You don't want to be that person that say, I don't trust what will happen. And then the next one is you become a better individual when you're a person of integrity. And that forms a good reputation for you. Reputation is important just as character is important, but character should be the foundation for your reputation. So don't build on sinking sand. Another thing that integrity does for you is that it helps you feel at peace. You have not lied to anybody, so you are not trying to cover up anything. You know the thing they say about, for every lie that you tell, you need another lie to cover it up. And so there's so much that integrity can do for you, and we hope that the few that we have shared with you help to keep you in line being a person of integrity. Integrity pays off every time. It's that time when we want to begin to post home, but we will not do without each of the persons on the set here telling you what they are looking forward to at NCPS. For you. So it's your first NCPS. And with all the noise we've been making, like, what's going on in your head?
Well, I look forward to a time where we have good conversations, especially amongst parents and their children. I believe it's not just the parenting summits, but it's also going to be a summit that involves children and their parents. So I look forward to having a time when we have conversations that revolve around parenting, how parenting helps influences the decisions children make, and how it makes them better people. So like Mrs. Obasa rightly mentioned, it's my first NCPS and I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Okay. Dorcas, what are you looking forward to at SPS 2022? Don't talk from post perspective, talk from participant. Yes, because at the end of the day we all still learn, even though we host.
Yes. Me this NCPS, I'm looking forward to all the glass books actually.
Same thing I was
I can already picture particular moments when people
it's like the whole we scatter at a point.
We are not like that. Why are you not doing? So I'm looking forward to the excitement and all of what the questions or conversations will be bringing up. Yes.
Okay, and Tomiwa?
Yeah. Looking forward to the gospels as well. You understand? I'm bringing people that, Gen Zs that are ready to, give you back. You give us the experience.
It's not a fight. At the end of the day, what we want to do is settle all the matters as much as we can. We don't want. I still believe that every generation is an improvement on the previous. We need to begin to see what makes a successive generation better than the other. Capitalize on their strengths, help them with their weaknesses, just so we can leave the world a better place. That's what Mind Your Character is all about. Always leaving you better than we met you. I'm looking forward to a good time. I am going to be privileged to be co-hosting this year with my daughter who is a Gen Z. And let me tell you, she does not act like my daughter when we are in that kind of a place. She does her thing. So I am putting on all my shock absorbers ahead of the day. I'm putting on all my shock absorbers ahead of the day. In case she throws me one shade, I will just absorb and continue. Alright, but I'm actually looking forward to. I actually groomed them to be like that. Yeah, I groomed them to be like that. I wanted them to be people who could say whatever they wanted to say, howbeit respectfully. That's the line. They know it already. Nobody should ever gag you or stop you from saying what you need to say. Wow, been a beautiful show. A good way to start August, and it was my birthday during the week. It was my birthday on Wednesday. I'm grateful for life. I am 47 few years old, and I'm looking forward to age is a number. Yes. I remember that I think it's from millennials they started emphasizing the age is a number thing. Just so somebody can call you by name. Age is a number. Alright.
Anti-Dorcas.
And the first name basis thing got popular as well with the Gen X. Started to get popular. Workplaces now, where you could do first names. It used to be very off around here to just look at your MD and say,
Maybe the name is Victor. Victor, good morning. Okay. Go and write your query by yourself and sign it. Alright, so we have to run now. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
I'm really, really grateful to have been part of this. And would like to give a beautiful shout out to Red Eye. We're actually in Red Eye Studios right now. And then we are going to be telling you so much that Red Eye does. We're looking forward to them also doing some great things with us there at the NCPS. Our director behind here keeps saying there's something we must
Yeah, there are
read.
comments.
Okay, comments.
I'm not closing the shoot.
He doesn't want us to close the show without this. Oh, Angel. This Angel that is always on our watch. Alright, Patrick Angel said, I feel like Gen Z find it easier to ignore reality.
Hey. I'm not. I'm present.
Hence, their social media vibe. Millennials spend a lot of time facing realities because he's a millennial.
I don't accept that one.
He says, share millennials is 1990s now.
Yes.
Hope I am not mixing it.
No, you are
So
not.
you need to be an NCT so you can tell
So you
the
can-
Who dare you?
correct
Yes.
correctly.
Okay, then.
You will see me there. Alright.
Then Afolakemi replied him and said, at Patrick, millennials are 1981 to 1996. So yeah, you are right. And Angel comes again. About integrity, it's just because of God, though. Because apart from spiritual reward, I don't know. Come, don't worry, just come. Come there.
Yes.
And then Last Shares Limited says, Victor, our data plug. Why so quiet?
I've spoken already. They were
Because they are
not-
just joining.
Yes.
Alright.
Data plug.
Yeah, so you need data.
Yes. I'm the man
It saves
used-
life.
Happy
Data is
vibes.
life. It's your life plug. So that you can be that Gen Z that is never
That is
taking
now
a bath.
Data.
Yes.
You know the days that people will be offering data. Some people still do it.
Yes, so
Let's go on. Okay. Alright, so Red Eye, thank you so much for this partnership. We have to run now. It's been a partnership between Red Eye and RCV since this year began. And on this side of Mind Your Character, we've been on this online version from radio since February 4 precisely. So it means we've clocked yet another milestone yesterday. And we're so grateful. Thank you for always being there. For everyone who came to drop comments, you are our real
MVP.
Love you guys.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This show would never be complete without your comments coming while we are live on the show. You want to reach out to Red Eye for any of their services. It's a full house of service when it comes to videography, photography, cinematography, all the graphics.
That you need.
If you like lithography or lighting, sorry. Sound engineering but not photography, media coverage and live recording. You see a bit of them if you even come around physically to NCPS. What can I do to tell you how you cannot afford to miss NCPS?
It's not possible.
Let me leave a phone number for Red Eye and then I'll tell you a bit more about NCPS before we sign out finally. 0906 9696 248. 0906 9696 248. Beautiful number, beautiful people. So keep calling and then you hear a handsome or beautiful voice responding to you.
Hello, grass.
Red Eye, how may I help you? Or how may I serve you today? Alright, so and we are from RCV, that's the mother organization that brings you Mind Your Character. We are all signed up to value addition. Nothing more or less. And for NCPS, National Character Parenting Summit, to know everything that you need to know. Follow us on social media. You see all of our updates, short clips of videos of what has happened before, all of the things, pictures, and eventually on that day, please block that date on your calendar.
Yes.
Nowhere else to be on this earth. If Jesus
has not come than to be at NCCA.
We can even do it at, we can even do it.
There will be no need. Everything will be perfect when we get there. That's what the Bible says. All right, so Saturday 27th is a Saturday.
Yes.
It's on the 27th.
Nice.
It's in this August. It's in this 2022.
Yeah.
And then if you want to place adverts on this show, you want us to be branded your organization or your product or service, please reach, I don't want to call her name, 081 061 20819. Dial that number and they will tell you how. If you need direction to NCPS, call that number as well, 081 061 20819. If you want to sponsor or co-sponsor NCPS, dial that number as well, 081 061 20819. And if you want to volunteer,
Yes.
like, oh, you want to volunteer, also call that number.
That's
Or look out for links to every one of this on our social media platform. Mind Your Character, RCV Character, and which one, what am I leaving out? Yeah,
Facebook.
basically. And then Instagram.
Yes.
Instagram at
RCB
RCV Character. So, thank you from every one of us. We'd like to say our goodbyes now. Thank you, Red Eye team, for making this
Happen.
a beautiful session again.
The
We celebrate you.
of integrity.
Our eyes are not red.
Exactly.